In this pencast, we're going to be learning about similar solids. So this problem says, what is the surface area of the smaller solid? The solids are similar. Alright, so the first thing we want to do if we're finding surface area is to break this solid up into parts. So we have the base, then we have four sides, and then we have the four triangles at the top. Alright, so let's start by writing a proportion. Since we know that these solids are similar, we know we can write a proportion with corresponding sides. So let's call this side x. So the proportion we can write will be 15 over 10 is equal to 12 over x, since we want the corresponding parts on the same sides with each other. Now, to solve this proportion, we can cross multiply, and we get 15x is equal to 120. So we want to divide both sides by 15. And we get x equals 8. Alright, so that's 8 inches. We want to make sure we keep track of our units. Alright, so now we have a rectangle right here. For the sides, that's going to be 10 inches by 8 inches. Okay? And we know that since this is the sides, we have 4 of these rectangles in the total shape. So the area of this rectangle is 8 inches times 10 inches, which is 80 inches. So 4 times that area, 4 times 80 inches, is equal to 320 inches squared. Sorry, that should be inches squared up there, because inches times inches is inches squared. Alright, so we have 320 inches squared, and that is the area of our sides. Alright, so now we need to find the area of our triangles. So to do that, we should be able to use the same proportion, which would be 15 over 10. This time we need to use that 16 over h. Let's call this side, this length h. Okay. So, when we cross multiply, we get 160 equals 15h. So we're going to divide both sides by 15. And we're going to get h is equal to 10.67 inches. Or 10 2/3 inches. Alright, so now we want to find the area of a triangle. The triangle looks like this. We know that the base is 10, and we know that the height is 10.67 inches. Alright, so we know that area is equal to 1/2 base times height. So the area of this triangle is 1/2 10 inches times 10.67 inches. Alright, and that is going to be equal to 53.33 inches squared. Alright, and we know that there are 4 of those triangles in our shape, so we do 53.33 inches squared times 4, and we're going to get 213.33 inches squared. That's the area of all the triangles. Alright, so the last part is to find the area of the base. So the base is just a square, so we know that the area of a square is side times side, which is side squared. Alright, and we know that our sides are 10, so we have area equals 10 times 10, or 100. Okay, so now for the surface area, to get the total surface area, we're going to add all of those up. We're going to add the area of the sides plus the area of the triangles plus the area of the base. Okay, so that's equal to 320 inches squared plus 213.33 inches squared plus 100 inches squared. And if you add all that up, it's 633.33 inches squared. And that is the surface area of the entire shape.